Hello and welcome to another edition of Rarer Hot Wheels. Now, before I go on and show you the nice castings I teased at in the intro, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about why I make these films. And I think the reason is I see so many people out there who collect mainlines, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with collecting modern mainlines or modern anything. If you like it, then collect it. But there's a bit of a silly market sort of formed out there. Things like the new Subaru 22B and also the Holly 55 Chevy Gasser and things like that, and people are going out buying a load of them and they're sticking them on eBay, and people, strangely, and I don't know why, are willing to pay 5, 10, 20 times what the shop value is. And give it 6 months and those castings, which were quite hard to find because everybody was after them, start turning up in shops for a regular price. I know through most of this year I was after the twin mill treasure hunt. I don't chase the super treasures anymore because it's not really worth it. For what it cost me in gas mileage, it's not worth it for the cost of actually getting the car. So I gave up looking for them. I say the last real ridered treasure hunt I found was in 2005. So there you have it. But like I say, I was looking out for the twin mill, and they were popping up on eBay earlier this year for 10, 12, 15 pounds. That's like up to $20. And I just won't pay that for what is a current mainline vehicle, treasure hunt or not, desirable or not. Eventually they turn up in the shops, and lo and behold, last week went into my local Morrison supermarket and there was one sat on the shelf. Somebody had taken it out of the box and put it up on the shelf. So I had my treasure hunt, and it was the last one I needed for this year. So that's it. But I think my point for these videos is to show the newer collectors out there that there are castings and things available that are more worth your money. Rather than chasing around after a current mainline car, i.e. the 22B, because it's the latest fad thing, why not look back in time? Look back. For the 20 quid or $30 you pay for it, you can get things, like it's going to be in this video. We get Kroger specials, limited releases, old treasure hunts, and just pop in things like that. Or if you want something else, you get baggies from this year's collectors convention, and they are far more worth the money. To be fair, for that tail dragger I paid just about as much as somebody pays for a current super treasure hunt, so I know which is the rarer of the items. So yeah, feel free to collect whatever you like. I still collect mainlines, and I suppose if a super turned up I'd be happy with it, but I wouldn't go out of my way to try and find one. There are 6 or 8 supermarkets around here. For the most part they're carrying old stock, and to go around them all I would use probably 3 or 4 gallons of fuel in the Jeep, and when your fuel in this country is approaching, well, I guess about $8 or $9 a gallon, then you understand why I don't go chasing around anymore. And I tend to stick with eBay. You can get some cracking things. Well, as you've seen with all the Melkor videos, what has been in the boxes. There's some really cool items, and generally those boxes full of 10, 15, 20 castings cost me a lot less than maybe 2 or 3 supers, and I know in my own personal opinion that is far more worth it. I don't know, I pick up odds and ends. I pick up rally cases full of cars, red lines and black walls. I picked up a carrying case over there for about 30 quid, and it had 48 early black walls in it, and some of them are actually quite hard to find. And over here on the open market, if you wanted to sell them, then sell them on. And then some people say if you're in the Hot Wheels or diecast collecting to make money, then you're in the wrong hobby. Well, yes and no. I don't do it to make money now. However, anything you buy in time accrues value, especially if it's a sort of quite a rarity. In 10 years' time, your standard main lines might be worth £2 or £3, maybe £4. Your fatty things will be worth the same. So, you know, I mean, you go out and spend £30 on the latest, 30, 40, even £50 on the latest Ford GT Super or whatever happens to be about at the time, when in 10 years time it's going to be worth not much more than you've paid for it. And on the other hand, if you go out there and you're paying £20 or £30 for a regular mainline because it's hard to get hold of because everybody else has been buying them, then you're going to find in 10 years time it's only going to be worth £2 or £3. You know, I've been collecting for, I would say, on and off for 35 years. And I guess my collection, which is lots and lots of carded and boxed originals from mainly Hot Wheels, but I do have Matchbox, Corgi, Dinky and all sorts in there. And also I have thousands of loose cars in play-worn condition, as you've seen in some of my previous videos as well. And they are a nest egg for when I retire. You know, I mean, that's still another, what, 15 years away before I hang up my hat and put my feet up for, well, will I really do that? No. But before I hang up the hat and retire. And it's at that point in time I'll start looking at my die-cast collection, and some of them are quite limited, but by then an awful lot of them will be getting on for 70 years old, you know, in the Hot Wheels, and some of my other ones will be getting on for 80 or 90 years old or more. And that is when I'll cash it in. I know at this current moment in time my collection stands at, I'm figuring roughly around 3,000 to 4,000 carded cars, and I would say now at this moment in time somewhere between probably 6,000 and 8,000, possibly more, loose vehicles in play-worn condition, some in mint condition. So this is why I do it, to show you other collectors out there there is something worth collecting other than spending money or spending too much money on modern mainlines that are a passing fad. So take from that what you will. If you enjoy collecting, and that is that. Anyway, to go on with this program, let's get on and have a look at the rarer Hot Wheels that I've got on this time. There's a couple of 2-packs, a couple of exclusives, a very nice red Thunderbird, and a few other bits and pieces as well. So let's go and take a look at some rarer Hot Wheels. See you in a mo. Right then, let's kick off with the 40th anniversary treasure hunt and the 16 Angels from 2008. 16 Angels was designed by Nathan Prock and introduced in 2004, and I believe it was originally going to be called Saturday Night Special, but Mattel Legal put the kibosh on that one for obvious reasons. And although not a super, it does feature Redline 5 spokes. Sticking with 2008, we have this 49 Mercury Coupe, which is a very pretty super detailed model, and a little larger than the usual Hot Wheels, coming in at 1/50th scale and around about 4.5 inches long. I haven't got a handle on the designer yet, but whoever it was, he did a good job for this one-time release in 2008. Now on to the first of the 2-packs, with this one containing 2 unique blue examples of 2008 castings. The first is this Larry Wood designed 65 Mustang convertible in a really nice shade of pearlescent blue. Introduced in 1984, this one features a black interior with this lovely blue paint and black tampos. And the second one is this 69 Pontiac Trans Am, again in a unique colour with the 40th anniversary emblem on the rear pillar. Designed by Dave Weiss, it features Redline 5 spokes and was originally introduced in 2005. The second of today's 2-packs is a Kroger exclusive from 1999. first casting is this Larry Wood designed 80s Firebird, and it's pretty much the same as a 1997 release of the same car. It features the Hot Wheels logo on the bottom of the windshield. It was introduced in 1983. The second vehicle in this 2-pack is a nice large truck called Highway Hauler, and it features the Kroger emblem on the sides of the truck bed. It was designed by Larry Wood and introduced in 1992. This glitzy red 57 Thunderbird is from the 2006 Hot Wheels Classic series. This stunning Spectraflame red Thunderbird was designed as a collaboration between Larry Wood and Bob Rosas. It was introduced in the 1978 Flying Colours series. And finally, we have this tail dragger from An Evening with Larry Wood, a dinner car, yep, from the 2019 Collectors Convention in Los Angeles. This vehicle was decorated to celebrate Larry Wood's 50th anniversary of design with Mattel and Hot Wheels, and is rather a nice looking piece. It was originally designed by Gary Saffer and introduced back in 1998. Also, check out the 35th anniversary pin. Well, that's all for now, folks. Thanks for watching, and check back soon to have a look at these. And these are a special filming for Mr. Brooke Farrington from down there in Australia. G'day, mate. Again, thanks for looking in, and see you soon.